If you notice an oily substance on the step, most likely your transmission is leaking. The transmission will leak for a few different reasons. One of them, it could be that your alternator belt is too tight. The other, it could be that the transmission chain is too tight. And lastly, it just could be a faulty transmission. If you see this oil, you're going to need to replace the transmission. And when you put the new transmission, you want to make sure that you get the belt tension correct on your alternator belt, as well as the chain tension. And we're going to show you how to do that. So we've already replaced the transmission. What we want to do is we want to just make sure that we have the right belt tension on our alternator. To make sure that we have the proper tension on here, we should be able to get up in here and kind of twist the alternator belt 90 degrees, and it shouldn't really take a lot of effort. If you find that you're struggling or you really got to put some force to twist it to 90 degrees, it could be that definitely your alternator belt is too tight. Now, if you all of a sudden you hear this squeaky noise, then you definitely made it way too loose. So squeaky noise is too loose. If you can't easily just kind of get that 90-degree twist on that, it could be that it's just too tight and you want to make adjustments. The next thing you want to check is we're going to check up here on for our chain for our transmission. And if you look right here, we should have between 1 and 1 1/4 inches between this chain and the top and bottom of the chain there. If you have if you have less than 1 inch, that's going to be a little bit too tight, and we want to make some adjustments on that as well. Making adjustments on the alternator belt is pretty straightforward. Since you've already gone through it and replaced this transmission, you know that all you need to do is loosen up this bolt right here, and you could swivel the alternator either forward to make it a little bit looser, or push it back a little bit just to make it a little bit tighter, depending on what you need. Making adjustments on the gap on this can be a little bit trickier than making adjustments on your alternator, and you want to follow these steps. To make the adjustments on the top pulleys, we're going to need to loosen both left and right side pillow blocks. Using an Allen key, you want to make an adjustment on the set screws. You're going to turn it till you have approximately 3 threads sticking out from the set screw. You want to make sure that the gap between the bracket and the pillow block is the same on the left side of the machine as well as the right side. Now that we've made some adjustments on our brackets for our top pillow blocks, and we verified that the gap between the pillow block and the bracket are the same on this side and the other side, you want to tighten your pillow blocks back up, and we're going to take a measurement on our gap here and make sure that we have between 1 and 1 1/4